Hi, good day. Welcome to another series of Answer, Question, and Why on the subject of agricultural extension. Today we have a series of 5 questions, and I will be guiding you through on how I answer all of these questions and why is the answer the specific answer. Okay, so simulan natin. Question number 1. That stage of adoption process wherein the farmer will seek further information about the innovation. So the question is asking about the stage of adoption process. So, hindi natin masasagot yan kung hindi natin alam yung mga different stages of adoption process. And what particular stage daw of adoption process ang hinahanap niya? It is the stage where the farmer will seek further information. Now, let's see. Balik tayo sa concept. Ano ba yung mga different stages of adoption process? Number 1 would be awareness stage, kung saan si farmer ay magiging aware doon sa technology or innovation na ating pinopromote. So, aware pa lang siya. Aware pa lang siya, doon pa lang. Nandun pala na nalaman lang niya na yung technology na yun is existing. Now, the second stage would be interest stage. So, at this time, interesado na si farmer. So, willing na ngayon siyang humalungkat or maghanap ng additional information or resources that would expand yung knowledge, that would expand his or her knowledge on the specific technology or innovation that we're promoting. Now, after that, anong gagawin ni farmer? I-evaluate niya ngayon yung kanyang choices. Susubukan ba niya yung technology or hindi? That's evaluation stage. After that, let's say napag-decide ni farmer na susubukan niya yung technology, comes now the trial stage. And trial stage is sa isang maliit na parcel of land, susubukan ni farmer yung technology na pinopromote natin. Or susubukan lang niya in a miniature way. Ang reason behind it is because ayaw natin si farmer na isugal lahat ng resources niya. Gusto natin is masubukan niya and makita niya na effective bago niya i-adapt ng tuluyan. So that's the final stage, yung ating technology or innovation na pinopromote. So now that we understand the different stages of the adoption process, we now go back to the question. So alin dito yung stage kung saan si farmer will seek further information. Now awareness stage, alam natin, aware lang si farmer that that technology is existing. So alam lang niya. Trial stage, ginamit na niya yung technology in a miniature way. So, hindi rin ito yon. Evaluation stage, well, sa stage na to, nag-evaluate lang si farmer kung susubukan niya yung technology or hindi. But he or she is not seeking additional information. So, if A, B, and D is not the answer, then certainly C will be the answer, interest stage. And tama naman. Interest stage is where the farmer will seek further information about the technology and innovation that we are promoting. Let's move with question number 2. Extension of agricultural information is strictly restricted that it must be. So this is a question, this is a statement question, by the way. Basically, kung naiintindihan natin yung tanong, malalaman na natin yung sagot na pinaka nagme-make sense. So, ang sinasabi sa statement na to is that yung mga agricultural information daw ay restricted sa mga clientele. Ibig sabihin, the problem is that information is not accessible. So if information is not accessible, ano yung function ngayon ni extension? What should he do? What does the extensionist do in order to make the information accessible? So that's one way of reading the question now. So punta ko tayo dito sa letter D. Kung inaccessible yung agricultural information, should the agricultural information be forgotten, diba? So it's counterproductive na kalimutan yung information. Kasi nga inaccessible na siya, bakit pa natin siya kakalimutan? Eh, ang goal natin is to spread out this information, right? Letter C, should it be stored, the information? Should it be stored? Well, yes, but if we store the information, are we solving the problem of accessibility? No. We are merely storing it for future reference. Pero in terms of accessibility, hindi pa rin natin sinosolve yung problema na yon. So stored is not the answer. Should it be search? Agricultural information, should it be search? Well, yes, kasi nga inaccessible siya. But then again, isipin natin, hindi pa rin natin sinosolve yung problem of accessibility. Well, the farmers should search it, but what if sobrang hirap niyang hanapin? So searched is, again, the wrong answer. And by process of elimination, we therefore conclude that letter A should be the answer. And yes, tama naman. If agricultural information is restricted, it is not easily accessible, then it is the primary role of the extensionist to share the agricultural information. So ito, wala to sa mga concepts na wala to sa mga basic concepts sa ating lecture. But kailangan mong gamitan ng common sense in order to answer the question sparingly and come up with the right answer. So the right answer is letter A, shared. Number 3, who was the president of the Philippines when the Republic Act 7160 was created? So this is a knowledge question, I would say. Something na dapat memorize natin para masagot natin yung katanungan. Now, the question that we have to ask ourselves first is, what is Republic Act 7160? Republic Act 7160 is basically your local government code. So, ito yung devolution ng devolution of power from the central government going to the local government units. Now, on how I answer this question, gusto kong malaman kung kailan ba yung period of presidency ng mga president na to. So for example, si Ramon Magsaysay, presidente siya noong 1953 to 1957. Si Fidel Ramos is 1992 to 1998. Corazon Aquino is 1986 to 1992. And si Estrada, 1998 to 2001. So I'm going to ask myself now, when is RA 7160 enacted? Sabi ko kanina, ito yung Local Government Code ng Pilipinas. Well, Local Government Code of what year? So the year here, the Local Government Code was signed in 1991. So kung 1991 yan, alin sa mga choices ang nagme-make sense na presidente nung time na yon? That would be correct. It would be President Corazon Aquino, who is the president noong 1986 to 1992. The rest, wala na sila doon sa timeline kung kailan napirmahan yung Local Government Code of the Philippines. Next one. So answer is letter C. Next one. In extension, the first and foremost role of a change agent is that of a. So we're talking here about the role, the first and foremost, the primary, the fundamental role of a change agent. So ano ba kasi ang change agent? He or she is an agent that is promoting change in the community. So sa change agent, ano yung first and foremost role mo to create change? That's the question. Letter A, are we going to plan something? Well, that could be a part of your role. Pero planning something, does this directly change something? Does this directly influence and create change in the community? Well, I don't think so, right? It's only a part of my job, but it will not create change. Organizing something. Let's go with this. Organizing something. Will that directly create change in the community? Hindi rin. It's a part of my job, yes, but it will not directly create a change in the community. So organizing or being an organizer is also not the answer here. So we're now live with teacher and linker. Now we move with letter C, linker. One of the primary role of an extensionist is to link yung community sa mga experts natin. Tama? Now that's a primary role of an extensionist. But we are being asked here, yung primary role ng change agent. So we are asked kung what role can directly create a change in the community. So yes, linker is a part of the extensionist job. But to link yung ating mga experts sa community will not directly create a change at all. In fact, yung mga experts na ililink natin to the community, they're not considered extensionists, but rather they are considered as changed agent because they will be the one who will create change, not the extensionist. So, kung nilink natin yung experts sa community, ano yung magiging function nila sa community para mag-create ng change? Tama. Magiging function nila is to become a teacher. Because when you teach something, when you educate someone, you are directly creating change in that someone's lives. So the correct answer here is letter B. First and foremost, the role of a change agent is to become a teacher in order to promote change. So ano ulit ang role ng extensionist? Helping people help themselves. Primarily through what? Through education. So isa yan sa mga fundamental na role ng isang change agent to teach in order to create ripples of positive change in the community. Letter B ang tamang sagot. Teacher. Next question, and I think this is the last question. A Venn diagram is best used to illustrate what? So we're now medyo advanced na tong topic na to kasi we're now talking about diagrams and some graphic representations that we can use in presenting facts or lectures sa community. Question? What is a Venn diagram? Well, a Venn diagram looks like this. It is a series of circles. It is a series of circles that are interlapping each other. Now, let's go back to the question. If we will measure the popularity of individuals, nagmi-make sense ba nagagamit tayo ng interlapping circles or Venn diagram? Medyo hindi, di ba? Kasi kung i-measure ko yung popularity ng individuals, mas mainam na ang gagamitin ko is a bar graph. Right? For example, si Jose, ganito ang level ng kanyang popularity sa community. Si Juan naman, ganito yung level. Si Paul, ganito naman yung level. So, mas okay na ang gamitin kong representation, graphical representation in measuring the popularity of individuals is bar graph, not a Venn diagram. Because a Venn diagram would not show kung gaano ka-popular ang isang individual against another. Location of household in the barangay. So gusto kong makita yung specific address ng mga household sa loob ng isang barangay. Gagamit ba ako ngayon ng Venn diagram? Again, hindi nagme-make sense. The best na graphical representation na gamitin to locate yung address ng mga household sa isang barangay is to create a map. Diba? Dapat may mapa ako para alam ko yung addresses ng mga bahay-bahay on a specific barangay. Now, letter C, work linkages among different agencies. That's the keyword, linkage. Di ba yung Venn diagram natin? Para siyang linkage here. Di ba? May connection sila, may link, parang chain. So, letter C, work linkages. Does it make sense na Venn diagram ang gagamitin to best illustrate yung work linkages na to? Yes, of course. So that is why, for this question, letter C is the right answer.